Section B, VLAN, port security and Cipher. In this section, you are required to use Cisco architecture to build a small-scale network that supports both data and voice traffic. First, we will connect a PC to the IP phones. We will use copper straight through cables. Then we will connect a switch to the router and IP phones to the switches as shown in the diagram. We will then add that switch 1 and switch 2 to the router 1. Switch 2 will be connected to the SEVA and a PC will be is been configured to the switch. Then we'll connect the power cables to the IP phones to power them up. To begin with, we'll rename the switches to S1 and the other switch to S2. And same for the router, we'll name it R1. We will go to the CLI command line interface and then we'll enable the switch 1. In this section we'll create VLAN 10 named data, VLAN 20 named voice, VLAN 30 named miscon, and VLAN 40 for a native VLAN. We'll use interface fast Ethernet 01 and we'll configure switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native VLAN 40, and we'll write no shutdown for the connection to stay running. We'll use inter-range fast Ethernet from 2 to 4 to enable switch port access mode. In this switch port access mode, we'll give VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and inter-range fast Ethernet 2 to 4 will configure the port security. Port security makes of 2 MAC address stick, and then we'll exit. And for fast Ethernet 0/5 we'll configure the native VLAN. In range from 6 to 4, I have Then I've shut down the port access, and same for the int range gigabyte from 1 to 2. The port has been shut down. Then I will run config to save the configurations of the router 1, sorry, switch 1. Then we'll configure 2, same as that we have configured the switch 1. We'll create VLAN 10, 20 and 30, 40 for the native VLAN. Then we'll enable R1 to fast Ethernet 0/1 trunk mode to switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native VLAN 40, no shut. I have copied the code from my text. And you can type the code as shown in the configurations. And I have allowed the interface fast Ethernet 0/4 allowed to VLAN 10 and 20 and the native 40 VLANs, but I haven't connected it since it can get errors since we haven't configured our IP phones. For switch 1 and switch 2, all the unused port I have disabled it for privacy reasons, so that it can't be accessed or tampered with for security. Then we'll exit. We'll save the configuration for the switch 2. Now we'll configure router 1. We'll name the host name as R1. We'll use the interface and give the IP address 192.168.40.1. and int fast Ethernet 0/0 shutdown, no shut int, and we'll assign the VLAN and encapsulate it VLAN, then and give it an IP address same as for VLAN 20. We'll encapsulate and give it an IP address of VLAN 20, same as VLAN 50. It's our native VLAN. We'll configure the DHCP pool, DHCP exclude address 192. We'll now enable telnet service for voice, telephone service max of 3, and the e-phones max of 3. Then we'll enable the source address 192.168.20.1 port 2000 will automatically assign from 1 to 3, and we'll create ephone 1 and give a number 131, and for ephone 2 we'll give it's like a random, it's a 132 and the other number is 133. It will automatically assign from 1 to 3 the ephone numbers, and we'll give the ephone 1 type, it's 7960, and button, we'll label all the buttons. We'll save the configuration, copy run config, startup config. We will now ping the telephones. We will call to 132 telephone and see it's ringing. That means it has been successfully configured. And same as for 132, I am calling from 131, I am calling from 132. So this shows that we have successfully configured the IP phones. We will now connect the two switches together, since we have already configured it to the trunk mode. This will set the connectivity between the two switches. This is the configuration for the part 5 verifications. Question 5 is shown. And we'll do the same for the switch 2. This is for question 5 for verifications. We will select the DHCP to automatically assign the IP address and the gateway of the server. This is our IP address for the server. We will select the DHCP server to automatically assign the IP address of the PC. In this part, we will extend the topology including the web server and access the index.html file which is been provided in the assignment resource. We will replace the we will now decrypt the Cipher text. There is multiple methods word search, but for now I will decrypt it by inspecting the page, the inspecting the website from the internet, and then I will go to the source of that answer box, and I will get the word. Since we have to use PC's web browser in packet tracer to access the web server, and then decrypt using Vigenere Cipher with 5 attempts. Within 5 attempts we have to decrypt it. I have inspected the page, and from the page I have got the element for the input for the answer, and there you go, you got the decryptor text. I will type that word in the HTTP itself. There you go, you have successfully decrypted that word. Thanks for watching.